This is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, the World Economic Forum is meeting in Morocco, and they're asking folks, what are some of the top innovations that the U.S. and the Muslim world can introduce to change the dynamics of their relationship?
The top initiatives? Anyway, this is Cattails TV. I think the first thing they need to do is sit down at the table and actually communicate. I think there's a lot of people making money off of war, so it benefits them to have this illusion of conflict and to push, anti-Muslim bashing going on, and and also having on the flip side the extremist Muslims that bash what they consider Christianity. And what most people don't realize is that if you constantly have conflict, you're always going to have war. You're always going to have people making money off of selling guns and bombs and destroying property and then rebuilding it, So I would suggest, if they're really serious, to figure out a solution to quit fighting, and figure out who's making money off all this endless war.
Okay, next question. These are tough questions, guys. Now, next thing they want to know, what are some of the top strategic drivers for deeper engagement of leading Asian economies with North Africa?
Well, my thing about this whole thing of going in another country to get their resources is that you have to respect the other country. And if like Africa has minerals and rubber and diamonds and things that other people want, they have to give something in return. They can't just rape a country. So for me, it's about respect and having a win-win situation for both parties, so that's what I'm looking for. But the main thing about it is for people to respect each other and make sure both people are winning, and not just destroy someone else's government or their country, which seems to happen a lot.
Okay, and the next question they have is, what are some of the top regional innovations that can foster systemic reliance vis-a-vis emerging global risks?
Give me this, because you say it wrong. It's just, what are the top regional initiatives that can foster systematic resilience vis-a-vis evolving global risks? All right. Anyway.
You can see these are tough questions.
Right. Pull it up again, because this guy keeps filming me. Hello. Can you wait till we're finished? Thank you. Because you're focused too much on me. What? Anyway. What are the top regional initiatives that can foster systematic resilience vis-a-vis evolving global risks? Regional initiatives: take care of your ocean, keep it clean, don't dump stuff into it, don't dump plastic. There's a lot of birds dying all over the planet because they're eating plastic, little pieces of plastic. We use a lot of water bottles, myself included, and I feel really bad about that. There has to be another way to make containers that don't use plastic so they can be they can dissolve in our landfills. So we have to start figuring out different ways of having containers and not using so much plastic, because plastic, you really can't destroy it. We have so much things that we use that doesn't, I can't think of the right word right now, but doesn't disintegrate in the, right, they're not biodegradable. They don't disappear in the landfills, so stuff is lasting for eons because we have no way of using our creativity, which is boundless and endless, to make something that biodegrades. So we have to use our think tanks and our brains to figure out this stuff. But the water issue is really serious. Like, you got to buy water. I mean, that's, the Indians a long time ago said, once mankind tries to sell water, the end is nigh.
Now, the last thing they want to know, what are some of the top innovations that would retool the examination systems to drive education reform? Did they get that right?
Yeah, free education. Everyone should have access to books and computers, and every school should be equal. Just because you go to a private school shouldn't mean that you have a better education than someone lives in the hood. Because I believe that if you keep certain people dumbed down in a prison type of school system, their mind thinks of themselves like in a prison, so they're more likely to commit crimes. But if you treat every child like they are a genius, they're going to act accordingly. And if you treat every teacher like they're a great teacher, if they're Einstein, they're going to teach their children differently. So we have to just treat each other better and expect more of our teachers as well as our students, but everyone should have equal education.
So in closing, since it's going to the World Economic Forum and world leaders throughout the galaxy will be watching this, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to them?
I'd love to whip all of you because you need to get your stuff straight. You know, we need to take care of the planet. Quit saying you are, but actually do something. You know, and everything's about profit. People don't care about other people. And that's what I'm really concerned about. I'm trying to figure out how do we resolve conflicts on a serious note. Because even in my life, I have to resolve conflicts almost daily. You know, so everybody has to start thinking, how can we better the world for everyone? Not just yourself, not just for your country, but how can we have an open dialogue with other people that might think differently than we do and still respect each other? And that's true of the Muslims, the Christians, the Hindu, the Jewish people, the Palestinians, the Zionists. We all have to figure out how can we communicate and quit being so selfish.
So in closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you.
And Kat from Cattails TV, K-A-T-T-L-E-S TV. You never introduced me.
You want to do it again? This is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now the World Economic Forum is meeting in Morocco and they're asking folks some questions. And one of the things they want to know are, what are some of the top initiatives that the U.S. and the Muslim world can introduce to change the dynamics of their relationship? Now we're here with the Hulk. Now what do you think about that, Hulk?
Well, they just got to do more screening if they want to get these top initiatives to help us in the U.S. Because I just feel that they don't know who they want. And then the people that they do get, they don't know what they're doing. They're basically lying to us. And I just think that's not fair for us hard-working people to stand by and just keep letting these people, especially the government, hire these. I think they just unlawful people in my book.
Now the next question they had are, what type of strategic... Next thing they want to know are, what are some of the top strategic drivers for deeper engagement of leading Asian economies with North Africa? How can the Asian countries do more business in North Africa?
Oh, well, just learn how to be a good business partner. Don't try to, you know, be sneaky about doing business with another country. You know, it's about building. It's not about holding out. And I hope that, you know, they get their act together and want to do that, you know.
The next question they have are, what are some of the top regional initiatives that can foster systemic reliance vis-a-vis emerging global risks?
Well, what I would think about, you know, taking risks with our global world, they just got to learn how to keep it clean, keep our scientists up to date, and make sure that everybody is taking care of the air. You know, the world's just so polluted right now that who knows what they're putting in this air and in the world to make us sick, why there are diseases. And I just hope that they get their act together at this global economical system, you know, because to me, it's all Mother Nature and God. When they're ready to do what they're going to do with the weather, they're going to do it. It's just, for man, it's just something that we're learning every day, something new, you know, and the global system, I just hope that it takes care of us more. You know, I hope it's not here to hurt us. I hope it's here to save us. And that's basically what my view is on that.
And then the final question are, what are some of the top initiatives to retool the germination system? How can we drive education reform?
How can we drive education reform? Well, basically, you got to be on the right level of the kids these days. And if you don't do that, it hurts. Because when you don't give them enough freelance to let them be them a little, they'll love to learn more if you get on their level. And what I mean by their level is do something a little bit fun with your classes and reading and doing something that the kids know today. Whether it's their favorite Sesame Street character, or I'll even go to the music stars, if it's like Jonas Brothers, something that makes them happy inside. If the teachers and the school system would put more into that, I think the kids would want to learn more and do right in school. You know, it's like, I know it's real different now from when I was going, but the way they see how the world is today as far as how a kid is distracted so easily, they should learn how to start putting more into a child in school on what their beliefs and what their not beliefs are. And you know, I just hope that they can reach to something like that and do something great for the kids in school, and maybe the kids will want to learn more.
So in closing, since it's going to the World Economic Forum, and world leaders throughout the galaxy will be watching this, is there any last minute things? We got some big vehicles driving by right now, so you can't really hear what we're saying. So in closing, since this is going to the World Economic Forum, and global leaders throughout the galaxy will be watching this, is there anything you would like to say to those leaders?
Yes, especially our leaders in Washington, D.C. Now, I'm not, you know, a person that want to say no names or anything, but I just hope President Obama can be safe in the world. I hope all officials down in D.C. are safe, because you got to understand something what us world people are dealing with. And it hurts because there's too many strict laws in the world. When over in the other countries, they don't care. But we still go over there and help these people. I don't understand. See, that's the thing about what has happened to the United States of America. Our world government, guys, you guys shouldn't trust everybody with a handshake and a smile. Because while they're doing that, they're trying to figure out how to hurt us. And that's not fair. To us taxpayers, to the mothers of the world, to the mothers and the soldiers of the world, to the fathers of the soldiers of the world. It's not fair. And I just hope, pray to God, I just hope President Obama, you guys can get it together, because I'm on your side. You know, and for you guys, the Republicans, stop hating, guys. Learn to love more. You know, this issue about who's going to be in office and who's not, what if it was both Democrat and Republicans running the world? How you think about working together and trying to change something for the better? Because that would be very interesting to see two people in the White House on different sides of the fence. And I think that would just be so exciting. So take a heed from Joe Holt McQueen, America. Listen to me and think about it. Democrat and Republican in office at the same time. Let's see what will happen with that, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.
Now, just a little side note for the uncut version. The ancient Spartans used to have two kings at the same time, and you know, they kind of ruled the world, and we still talking about them today. So that's just possibilities you may want to think about his suggestion. So in closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you.